see it. I didn't see it. You cheating?
I think so.
Hey guys, welcome to I Am Outdoors. This episode, we're back in the woods. We're not in that old garage working on a vehicle, there is more of that coming, I can promise you that. I figured if I'm doing something like that all the time, why not just make videos out of it? This episode, we're back in the woods. My son Warren gets his first compound bow kill, and man, it's awesome. So we come out here to this old barn, this 700 square foot deer blind. There's some apple trees here, and it's a heavy trail in behind the barn here, and a bunch of good doe movement. Getting pictures of does all the time, and I said this would be a perfect opportunity. So we come out here and sit in this barn a couple mornings, and on this particular morning, we come out here and I said, you'll get one this morning. I knew it. But we come out here and we sit up that morning, sun starts coming up, the sound of this creek flowing by, can you hear it? Man, it'll just relax you, and it pretty much was about to put us to sleep that morning. We'd come out here early, way before the sun come up, but then all of a sudden, Warren raises up. He raises up, gets his rangefinder, and throws it up, and he says, "Dad, I think I see that 8-point. It's an 8-point." I said, "Awesome, buddy." And my first thought was a little old scrubbly, that cat, you know. And so I'm over here trying to focus the camera, get the camera over on the deer, and turn the GoPro on. And so I pulled the camera over, and when the camera finally got on the deer and I seen it out of the lens, I couldn't see it with my eyes. I seen this deer raise its head, and I'm like, oh my. He can still see us. Make sure he's not looking this way when you pull back. Dang, it's a good deer. A lot bigger than all the cameras. This is a much bigger deer than what I thought. This is a deer that I'd never seen before, and then I start getting tore up after that. I start hitting him. I'm going, you got to take your time now. Make a good shot. So the deer takes its time. It pokes up there. It finally comes up to where we're at. I'm still fighting to get the camera in the right spot. And there's this squirrel that keeps jumping around. And every time that squirrel would jump, that buck would jump. And finally that buck jumped up to where it was in shooting range, and Warren went to pull his bow back. The deer looked right at us. And as soon as that deer puts its head back down, Warren pulls back and lets her fly. When I first seen this shot, I was a little nervous. First of all, when he shot, I couldn't see nothing. I was trying to look at the camera. I couldn't see it all with my eyes because I was in a different position than he was. I heard it, but my first thing I said was, I didn't see it. I didn't see it. Did you hit him?
I think so. That's a lot bigger than it looks on the cameras. I hope I hit that. It sounded like it.
So I look at the footage, and then it's one of those moments, if you've bow hunted enough, it's one of those moments where you're like, oh no. The shot, I thought, was back and up. Found the arrow clean passed through, a lot of blood, but I was still sketchy about the shot because there was no blood. There was just a little drop of blood on the ground, and that was it. I didn't even have a clue which way the deer run once he shot it. I went down every trail around trying to see if I could just see where the deer kicked up some dirt, but I was not finding a drop of blood nowhere. So it's about an hour after he shot that deer. I'm gonna go just see if I can find a general direction to where the deers went. Search about a 60-yard radius here. Deer's gonna definitely need some time. There is not much blood at all. It was a clean pass through with the arrow. The arrow's got a lot of blood on it, but I'm not sure about it, so we'll see. Later on, I finally found where the deer had cut back through this swampy area, and I found a drop of blood. And then I found another drop of blood. And as I went around a corner, I seen where the deer had went through a scrape that had been made the night before, it looked like, and there was a drop of blood in that scrape. And when I got there, I said, you know what? I know what direction he's going. I'm going to stop right here and give this deer some more time and come back later. As I stood there, and raised my head up, I seen the deer laying in the field. There for a little bit, we was extremely worried about the shot. I've lost some deer in the past, and we all have if we've bow hunted long enough. And I had that sinking feeling that we was gonna have a hard time and maybe not even find this deer. But thankfully, this was a lethal shot. The deer didn't go 70 yards. Son, that is a dandy. Man, sitting out here in this old barn, I'm sitting right here, exactly where we was hunting from. He shot through the broke boards on the side of this barn, and this barn's been here for decades and decades. And years ago, when I was a young boy, this is where I hung out. This is where I spent a lot of time. We used to hang tobacco in this barn, and we'd come out here and play hide and seek and play war. We raised hogs in this barn. We kept horses in this barn. I spent a lot of time out here with my buddies just playing before the electronic age of where you've got something in front of your face all the time. We actually spent time. Man, we'd hang off these pillars in here, and we was kids. We'd get here and play in this creek and look for salamanders. And every time I come out here, I think of those memories. I ponder on those memories and look back and go, man, what a childhood. What a fun time it was. Something that kids today really don't get to experience. Just spending time doing things that you create in your head and not have something in front of you all the time filling you full of whatever, filling you full of what the world's telling you. I now have another memory in this barn with him. If you told me 30 years ago that I'd be out here with my son killing deer, whatever, you know, I would have said whatever, but I now have that memory with him out here in this barn. And one thing I also look at, looking back at those memories I've made, and looking back over years past till now, man, I think about the love and the mercy and the grace of God. I think about where God has brought me in my life and what He's brought me out of, and how I failed Him so much in life, and how I've allowed sin to come into my life, and God has brought me out of that also. I think about how He has blessed me and the love He has shown me, and most importantly, the salvation that He has given me. I mean, if you're a child of God, you have that same story, you have that same testimony. You can look back and see how God has brought you out of stuff, and He's showed you things, and He's taught you things through trials and tribulations, whatever it may be. But man, I look back at that and I'm so thankful. I am so thankful. This is the month of Thanksgiving, and I might not make another video before Thanksgiving, so I'll say this now. I'm so thankful for what God has done for me and what He's brought me through in my life, and what the things He's brought me out of, and the grace He has showed, and the love He showed, and the mercies He showed, and how He continuously blesses me. I'm so thankful for that. And when Jesus was coming into Jerusalem on that donkey, His disciples started singing His praise. They seen Him coming in, and they didn't really understand what He was doing and the whole story behind what He was doing. I believe that they truly didn't understand it, but what they did understand was the miracles they'd seen, and the blessings and the things that they had seen from Jesus. And they were singing His praises. And then the Pharisees come up to Jesus and they said, "You need to rebuke your disciples for what they're doing." And Jesus said that famous line, "If they ain't doing it, then the rocks would cry out." Man, I'm sitting here this afternoon in this barn, and I'm listening to this creek run down this mountain. I'm listening to the birds. I actually see chipmunks and squirrels out the door here, and I'm listening to the birds sing the praises of God. I'm watching this sunshine put heat on me. And if you really think about it, you got an understanding of it, everything in creation is shouting praises to their Creator. Jesus told the Pharisees, He said, if they don't sing my praises, even the rocks will do it. Well, let me tell you something, folks. The main reason I do these videos is because I want to sing the praises of Jesus in the best way I know how. I can sit and talk to this camera, and I'm going to sing praises to Jesus by doing that. I'm going to praise His name in these videos. because that's the only thing, that's one thing I can do. But there is not gonna be any rocks around me. There's a whole creek bank. I just as a picture here, I see rocks out the window of this barn right here. None of them rocks are gonna take my praises. I'm gonna praise Jesus with everything I've got. So in saying that, look back over your life. Look what God has done for you. Look what He continues to do for you. Look what He's brought you out of. Sing His praises. Don't let nobody take that from you. Love y'all. I love this hunt. Did you like the hunt? If you like the hunt, share this video with somebody. Okay? Just share it. I'll get some more videos on here as quick as I can. You know,